What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Mango and the Champ. I'm the champ. He's a mango. Say what's up.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our podcast.
Podcast slash YouTube channel slash videos. We're back. Top 5 Jujutsu Kaisen characters. Number 1, Yuji's grandpa. Let's go. Am I right?
All right, video's over.
Video's
Back it
over.
up.
Check you guys out. See you next time. Peace. Nah, for real though.
All right, so I think we need to just get this out of the way. An obvious first pick for most people is going to be Gojo.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, he's awesome. He's the man. So we're just excluding him from our lists because
Yeah.
that would be unfair to everybody else. So we're just giving him the honorary, like, god level first
Yeah.
place
SS
to
tier.
Satoru Gojo.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we'll do the next 5. So, yeah. So
We're
top
starting
5.
at number 5.
Yeah, start number 5. Do you want to start?
Sure. At number 5, I don't know, I didn't write down his first name, but Nanami. I really like Nanami. He's like the regular dude that got caught up in having too much cursed energy.
Hmm.
All he cares about is having money. He's just out here just doing his jobs, and he's just an overall super relatable dude. I really like Nanami
Right.
throughout the entire thing.
And yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because when you had told me that he was on your list, I was like, I'm not a fan of Nanami. He'll be in my honorable mentions. We can do an honorable mention, but so my top 5 is gonna go based off of how entertaining I find them as I watch the show. And as cool as Nanami is as a character, I like whenever he's on there, I'm just not as entertained as my other 5, if that makes sense.
That
But
makes sense. And my top 5 are more the connection I feel to the character whenever they're on screen.
yeah. So it makes sense that it's your top 5 since you have a business background and you can kind of relate to him. I have a business
Oh
background
god,
too, but yeah.
if I could quit my job and be a Jujutsu sorcerer, I totally would.
Same,
That sounds
bro.
so much more exciting, dude.
Yeah. So any other reasons that he's your number 5 or like what
No,
what
no,
what puts him down there that maybe like you'd like to see more of?
no. Well, I won't tell you too much because
Right.
yeah,
You're the manga
I don't
reader.
want to spoil much. Exactly. There's some
Oh,
things
so
that are
there's
going to happen with
okay.
anime.
Okay. So
That,
so
so
there's some shit that's gonna be coming up.
Nanami's going to become more important to the plot, and you'll see that, and you'll probably understand why I hold him so near and dear as like a dope ass
Ah,
character.
okay. All right, now I guess that gives me a different perspective on it. Cool. All right. You want me to go with my number 5?
Yes.
All right. My number 5 is the Zenin sisters, Maki and Mai. And I just love a good sibling rivalry. Like I said before, my list is based off of what entertains me the most. And I just love seeing their back and forth on screen. Like when they first meet at the little like tournament that they're doing, and they have that kind of standoff with like Fushiguro and no what's her name? No, was it Kugasaki? Yeah,
Nobara.
yeah, Nobara.
Nobara Kugisaki.
Yeah, just that first kind of like, yeah, that's my sister, and we hate each other. And then when they dive into the backstory of it, where Mai is the one who has the cursed energy, and Maki has to use other things, but she wants to be the like top of her family, like her clan. All that's just really interesting to me. So I put them both as my number 5.
I definitely enjoy both their characters whenever they're on screen, dude. And they're in my honorable mentions for that reason. I love when they're on screen. But they just didn't crack my top 5. But I see why they would make it onto yours.
Right. I just love a good sibling rivalry. Plus their ability. Oh well, Mai's abilities. I don't know. She's just cool. I think it's cool. Maki's very strong, like warrior. So I think that makes all for entertainment for me.
Yeah, definitely keeps things interesting whenever they're like duking it out on screen because they are pretty like evenly matched because Maki does make the most out of
Yeah, what she's got.
makes the most out of the fact that she doesn't have any abilities,
Mm-hmm.
so you can't help but root for her.
Refer, yeah.
Um, all right,
That's
so
just
my
sad
number
though.
four,
Oh yeah, you go.
yeah, it is really sad. Like I just want them to be okay.
Yeah, because
um,
the scene where she was like, oh, like you left us and I had to pick up the slack because you did. Remember?
yeah,
Yeah, she was
yeah.
good. But we get
So,
like
like,
the other video ideas. Let's give this to the top 5. So what's your number 4?
family drama always keeps things interesting. So number 4, I have Kugisaki, Nobara Kugisaki,
Right.
because she is, she's part of the trio, so you get to spend a lot of time with her. You get to see that she isn't a pushover.
Hmm.
A lot of people are comparing this show to Naruto, saying things like,
I knew you were gonna bring that up.
Yuji's Naruto, Fushiguro is Sasuke, and Nobara is obviously Sakura, but like nothing about Kugisaki even rings true to Sakura. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't have some weird emotional connection obsession with Megumi or Yuji. If anything, she tells them to like piss off constantly whenever they try to like belittle her or anything like that. And then just like that one like the very last arc, it was only like 2 episodes where they're fighting those the two brother demons
Yeah.
or whatever. Like that was like a crazy quick, like, she ruined this dude's attack by like, stabbing herself with her own attack. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
whoa, yeah.
Yeah.
So
She's
so
badass.
she is one cool, really really cool critique. I don't know if you want to call it a critique. One really cool, um,
Like
yeah,
aspect
we'll
of
go
her
with the word
character.
critique. Yeah, one cool thing that I saw that somebody said online was that Jujutsu Kaisen, like the very first big fight against that special grade curse,
Yeah.
started out with the kids getting their ass beat and Yuji dying, and then
Mm-hmm.
that was at the beginning of the season, and then
Oh shit!
the season
Should we
ends.
put like a spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't watched? There's no way you click on this video and haven't watched Jujutsu
And
Kaisen.
not yeah, yeah, exactly. So there it is. Yuji dies in episode 3 or 4 or 5. He dies within the first 6 episodes. You're and it's obvious he's gonna come back. He's the main character. That's all. So from this point forward, yeah, there's gonna be spoilers. Um, and yeah, and I think it's great that the season ends with them showing, with like us being shown just how much they've grown,
Oh
not
yeah,
only
yeah, yeah,
as themselves but as a team. So
yeah.
that's great.
I like that
Great
parallel
little
because Gojo takes them to that building and they're like, I want to see what she's made of. Like I already know what Yuji's made of. But I want to see what she's made of. And then
yeah,
at the end of
and she
this,
definitely proves herself
yeah, and at the end of the season, it's them two actually like fighting on their own. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, and I didn't really think about it like that. That's cool.
like that.
You ready for my number 4?
Yep.
All right, so my number 4 is it's Megumi Fushiguro. I don't know how you feel
Of
about him
course,
being my number 4.
I like Fujiguro a lot.
Yeah,
He didn't make it into my top 5 just yet,
right.
but I do like him a lot.
Cool.
He does have a lot of potential to
Yeah.
become one of my favorites.
So I really enjoy his character, and I really enjoy seeing him on screen. He's just that like introvert. He kind of reminds me of myself, like the quieter version of myself, where I'm not like very eccentric, but like I like his ability, the demon dogs. Every time he's on screen, it's exciting. He's the first kind of like cursed sorcerer that you see like on the show, so like automatically he's just like one of the most interesting characters that you can see and that you like grow with. So
Yeah.
the only reason he's so low on my list is because he's kind of like quiet. So, but like when they're kind of like giving him a hard time, like kind of like embarrassing him, it's really funny. So
Because he doesn't exactly know how to react,
yeah,
but you can tell that
like
he kind of wants to be their friends. But
like
and not only that, you see him like you said, he's the first one that you see, so your first impression is, whoa, this dude's summoning dogs.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's really cool.
yeah,
So I like him.
I
I
do
enjoy
like
his
that a lot.
character. So on an entertainment level, he's on my top 4.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I don't dislike him at all. I think he's awesome, but he just didn't make it into this list in particular.
Mm-hmm.
But he probably make it into like my top 5, like maybe not strongest, but
Oh, because he's got mad potential, bro. He's got mad.
yeah,
Sukuna's
dude,
out to get
I
him, bro.
cannot I cannot wait to see what that means.
Yeah, bro. Sukuna wants him.
Right, and for my third pick, I got I don't know his last name. I didn't jot it down, but Junpei, Yuji's friend,
Junpei,
and
Yuji's friend.
man, this poor kid did not deserve what he got. Mahito just he was already suffering, bro. Like this kid was going through it
Yeah,
every day, and
yeah.
then Mahito comes up and says, "Hey, I can make things better," and then ends up like just absolutely ruining this kid's life. And like I told you the other day, I can't. Every time I see the opening now, and the opening focuses on Yuji and Junpei laughing with each other,
Mm-hmm.
knowing what's gonna happen within the season. He deserves so much better, man. He was just a regular kid.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that you brought him into when I saw your list and you had him on your list. I remember I asked him like, "Who the hell is Junpei?" And he was like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
Yuji's friend." And I'm like, "Oh, really? You're number 3?" And yeah, but you going over it now, and I can see where you're coming from because our lists are a little different the way we listed them, but I see where you come from.
Which
And
is fine. That's what keeps things interesting.
yeah. And so when I showed Elisa your list, she was like, "Oh my god!" And she brought up what you're saying that when she saw him in the opening, she thought like he was gonna be a main character, that they were gonna build him up, like he was just gonna be part of the main cast, and then just to see what ends up happening was like really sad. It was like, wow, that really hit you because they kind of set it up that he's gonna be like part of the crew, especially because, bro, you don't just make it into an anime opening, bro. Like you're there because you're important.
and he is important. And
Yeah, he is important. Yeah, so that's why when I saw.
he's gonna be such a big part of Yuji's development at this
Yeah.
point because he's someone that he failed to save after he promised his grandfather, "I'm going to protect people,"
Hmm.
and that it just hits
It's
so
very
hard.
yeah, it's very impactful, especially it's like
Yeah,
like you said on Yuji's development because that's kind of like the first time where he actually wants to kill somebody.
yeah, yeah. So Mahito can get. I really have to swear, Jordan.
We can swear,
Mahito
we
can
can
get
say
fucked, bro.
he can get fucked.
I hate him so much.
Yeah, man, that shit was dirty. Holy crap, that was sad. That was sad.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is so my number 3 I think is your number 4. So it's Kugasaki, Nobura.
Okay, yeah.
So she just reminds me a lot of Elisa. Again, if you didn't watch my last video, it's my fiance, where she's just her own person. I really like that because it's not shown very often in anime where like a female protagonist is just their own person. They don't need they're not like they're not locked into being the main protagonist's love interest or anything. Like she's just her own person. She has her own personality. Like just from the very first scene that she's in, where the model guy is like hitting on the girl, like, hey babe, like if you want to do the modeling, and she sees that and she's like, hey, what about me? Like she's like confident in herself. You know what I mean?
Funny.
Yeah.
I need her confidence, man.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? So it's like just right off the bat, she's just an interesting character, and her powers are so effing cool. Like she's like just a very strong character just at first, but you can tell that she has a lot to learn. And like we mentioned earlier, like the parallel when you first see her and then like the ending battle.
Yeah, I think the ending battle for sure is such a such a selfless moment for her because she does end up hurting herself to help her friends. And the whole point of this mission is to help. So the whole point of this mission is for her and Yuji to help Megumi, and then she ends up having to hurt herself to save Yuji, and it's just the development is there. She's awesome, just like you said. And I still don't 100% like understand what her powers are, but I am like totally here to see
like the straw
see
doll
what they're
technique.
going to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and resonance. Yeah, all of it's pretty cool. And then I think it's funny when they're like, oh, so why did you want to be a Jujutsu sorcerer? And she's like, I just wanted a way out of my hometown and live in Tokyo. It's like, it's just so simple, but it's like, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like she just wants to get out of like, it's like growing up in the countryside and you want to come to New York. You know what I mean? I just need an excuse to come here.
And that's so relatable. How many people always say, "Oh, I can't wait to leave my hometown and go into the city."
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not anything unheard of. You know, she's not but then you do get a little bit of backstory, which is it's kind of sad. So you feel for her, but overall, she's just super solid as a character.
I do like her like they don't like each other at first, but her and Yuji's friendship as it goes on, where like they're like mad into Tokyo and they'll like go shopping. It's like really funny.
Their reactions when they're with Gojo is
like,
the three of them together.
Yeah, they're just bugging Fushiguro all the time.
Yeah, bro, that's like that's kind of like when I'm like in my mood and I'm like doing stupid things and you're just kind of looking at me like, I think it's time for me to go home.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. So that's my number 3 right there, Kugasaki. Who you got for your number 2, bro?
I got Yuji Itadori.
Your number 2?
He is my number 2. Don't hear me out. It'll make sense when you hear my number 1. But for now, I'll give number 2
forgot about that, yeah.
to Yuji. There's nothing wrong with Yuji. He has come so far, and I do really enjoy that he is not your typical loudmouth protagonist. He is goofy as hell, but that's okay. But seeing Yuji go from being from not understanding anything, just being naturally gifted, to all of a sudden, in one fight, he masters the Black Flash while going up against this special grade curse that he should have died to like almost immediately. Like he is that dude. You know what I mean? I cannot wait to see where he goes. And not only that, he definitely earned the control that he has, because he did get beat up a lot by that bear while they were training. So so to me, he's fantastic. But right now, I'm keeping him at number 2. Right. What about you?
My number 2 is, I don't know how you say his first name. Is it Aoi Todo?
Aoi Todo.
Aoi Todo. Yeah, the big buff guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boogie Woogie.
Yeah, was not to love about Yuji's best friend. Best friendo.
Uh, Tell me, what kind of women are you
Yeah,
into?
bro, just that. I I think what Jujutsu Kaisen does so well with their characters that your first impression of each character is so well done. Just and everyone's so different. Just I remember like when he first said that, like, what kind of women are you into? The Fushiguro. I was like, what? Why would he ask such a question? But it reels
I
you in. You know
remember
what I
that.
mean? It throws you off.
I remember when you sent me this one it was like a screenshot or something of Yuji like bowing and saying, "My name is Yuji Itadori. I'm into tall girls with big butts like Jennifer Lawrence." And then it comes back full circle. I told you. I was like, just
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah. Oh.
And it's funny that
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. You're
what?
right.
It's
I
funny that you
did.
say that AoE is your second favorite because AoE is actually my first because he's just off the bat. He just pulls you right in from the fact that he's he's this giant
He's
dude with a
giant, but he's
heart of
so
gold.
smart. You know what I mean? Like he's not like this dumb goof.
He has this there's like this one monologue where he goes into where he goes, I have an IQ of 257 or something.
Dude, yeah. So so with my list being what I find most entertaining, like he if it wasn't for my number one, he'd be my number one. But just every time he's on screen, he's always doing either something cool, saying something funny, saying something interesting. Like I said, he's not just some like big tough guy who's just really strong. Like he has intelligence. He's really like just he's an expert martial artist.
Yeah. And I love when he retreats into his own head to try to figure out the situation.
Yeah.
And he has this like simulation of what it would be like if he was at school being best friends with Yuji
Yeah, dude, he
and his
almost
idol crush.
yeah, dude, he almost killed Fushiguro over his taste in women. No, he didn't even have no taste in women. He was just like, oh, it's just the quality of a human. He was like, wow, you are so boring. I was like, yo, what's going? Bro, he almost killed him, bro. He was gonna kill the dude.
He just oh my god. And like not only that, dude, like this dude is just he's just so committed to who he is as a person that he even goes and he fights against his own team when they try to manipulate him.
Yeah, yeah,
He's like this
yeah,
fight
you're
is
right.
between me and my best friend. You guys are not getting involved.
You're right, yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's my number two right there.
and he's like I mentioned, he's my number one. Like him coaching Yuji through the Black Flash, he was like, and then Yuji like literally matching. That's another point for Nanami. Going back to my number five, he was the world record holder for Black Flash,
Hmm.
and he was only matched by Yuji that is holding Sukuna inside of him. So if that doesn't tell you that Nanami is awesome, then we can't be friends.
I gotta see more, but yeah, I feel you.
All right. So what's your number one, bro?
Do you so that you're good with you saying your number one is Toto, and then you go with
Oh
what you
yes.
said? Okay. You
Oh
wanna
yeah.
go,
We just really praised him a ton, dude.
yeah. Do you want to go into our honorable mentions?
Before you give your number one.
Yeah.
Oh, this man
I feel
thinks
like it's
he's
obvious,
special. All
but
right.
I am
Yeah.
special. I mean,
So
you went out and said your number one. I didn't tell you to say your number
I
one.
couldn't help it.
I
I couldn't
know.
help it. We were having fun. He's the man. Tell me, what kind of women are you into?
An
Okay.
idea for another
So
video? It's like
possibly.
just kidding, Elisa. Elisa
Yeah,
listen to these. I love you, baby.
we'll bring all the boys on.
Yeah, give me your honorable
Hey,
mentions.
Squid. We'll go one by one. So this is in no particular order.
Yeah,
I have we discussed this right before we
hmm
started. Mahito, just because he's such a
Mahito. Yeah,
horrible bad guy that I love to hate.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
We said Panda was an honorable mention.
I love
Kind of
Panda. Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, pretty interesting.
Um,
Like cool to watch
I
on
had
screen.
Sukuna in there just because I'm so excited to see what is going to happen with Sukuna, bro. I
Mhm.
cannot wait for
Mhm.
season two.
Mhm. Yeah.
What about you?
Inumaki, the guy who says salmon all the time.
He's a man. I can't wait to see more of him.
Yeah, he's pretty decent. He's a cool character as well. Um, who else? Nanami would be like an honorable mention for me.
You're a heathen, but okay.
And I think we said Hanami, like the nature spirit curse. She was kind of interesting.
Hanami's definitely that was a great like final boss.
Hmm.
For
That
for that little arc.
yeah, that battle's pretty crazy.
Um, I
So,
have we talked about Yuji's grandpa already. Of
Yuji's
course.
grandpa, my number one, baby. Just kidding.
Everyone Yuji's grandpa 1v1 against Gojo. Who would win? Yuji's grandpa. So
He,
yeah, like he basically just kickstarts a series, inspires Yuji at the very beginning. That,
yeah, it's
you know,
just the lines. You're a strong kid, so save as many people as you can. Just kind of sticks with Yuji. That's just the motivation of his character. It's another simple thing, but with a lot of meaning, which is cool.
Yep.
So Yuji's grandpa's, honorable mention right there. He made it to the thumbnail. He's kind of important.
No,
But
no. My final honorable mention, because I didn't write down too many, was Chozo.
which one's that one?
Like, no, not Chozo. I'm blanking. I'm confusing Chozo with the other dude, the one that's actually manipulating all the curses.
Okay.
Dude with the
Oh,
he has
yes,
like
yes, yes.
the.
The volcano head.
No,
Oh,
the one manipulating Volcano Head. He's the one that's um pulling strings. He has like the stitches
oh, okay.
on his forehead. I'm blanking so hard right now.
Isn't that Mahito?
I'm just gonna look up. No, no, no. He's the one that brings Mahito and Jogo together.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes. I know what you're talking about. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so I don't know. They tease that there's a little bit of history going on there. So I'm just excited to see. What's I found his name. Hold on. No, that's not his name. Suguru.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I was,
All right.
but I know what you're talking
Geto.
about.
Suguru Geto. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. My
Anyway, so yeah,
number
that's my final.
one. Can you guess? Want to guess?
Um, um, I'm not sure.
So mine is a
Who could it
combo
be?
of Yuji, Itadori, and Sukuna. Just because they're
That's
together
fair.
the whole series, so I put them together. Because you know me, bro. I love a good bad.
Acceptable.
A good bad guy makes for a good story.
I agree. I agree.
So
And Sukuna, you can just, he's up to something.
and yeah, and I'm a simple man. I like my protagonist. Like he just he's gifted in physical ability even before he has that cursed energy stuff. Like they show it off the first episode. I like characters like that, like Gon, Yuji, stuff like that. It just reminds me of like a little bit of myself, just acting like growing up. So I connect with characters like that. And like we
He's
said
so
earlier,
gassed right now.
chill, bro. Don't put me on the spot. But no,
Sorry.
his motivation is simple. You know, it's just he's a strong kid, so he's just gonna try and save as many people as he can. And like we mentioned earlier with the whole Junpei thing, that idea can really get complicated because what if he doesn't save everyone he can, and what if he has to do things that maybe he doesn't want to do personally, like killing, to achieve that goal. So all that makes for entertainment for me. So I put him number one, and then Sukuna makes for a cool bad guy because even though the other dudes, like the other curses, are trying to like get him to do things the way they want him to do, like he's just like, nah, I'm just gonna just do what I want to do. Like I don't want to leave. I don't want to do anything right now.
Yeah, the whole having the bad guy and the good guy sharing a body thing. It's like, I think it's gonna go some really cool places, and I'm excited to see what effect it has on the people around Yuji going forward.
Yeah, and he just like values
Um,
life on a like 'cause even like with the prisoners when like that first curse battle that you were talking about, like
yeah,
they find the prisoner that the mom was looking for, and he really valued life. Like he's like, we should bring him back and stuff like that. Like and with Junpei. So I just
R.I.P.
yeah, RP Junpei, and there's that amazing fight scenes that he's in, like the one with not when Nanami gets involved, and the last one with
Yeah,
what's her name, Kugasaki.
yeah, that was a
All makes
great.
for great anime. So
Um,
yeah.
and so now let's just take a minute to appreciate Satoru Gojo and how goddamn
No,
awesome he is
Gojo
from the
is
minute that he pops
a
out, man.
god.
Man, there's you know there is just such a fine line between having an overpowered character like him, who also at the beginning of the little tournament arc, he's hanging out with Nanami and he's singing about how everybody needs to give him all his money. I don't remember the rhyme, but he's like la la la, everybody give your money to Gojo,
Yeah,
because he's the
even though he
best. So
can
like,
be silly, he can be very serious at times, like especially like when he's talking. He's just so interesting because even he has a gripe with like the higher ups, and he's just
yeah,
like, yeah, like you guys can be pussy all you want up in your like higher up status, but like I'm coming for y'all. Like I'm gonna uncover why you like aren't messing with Yuji, this and that. Like even though he can be goofy, like even his serious scenes are so entertaining to watch.
and then you have the whole like you got a really cool dynamic about him because he's one of the only adults on the show that still wears a uniform. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
why? You know, like
Yeah.
does he do it to relate to the kids? Because it's definitely working if he does, and like just the power dynamic that surrounds him, like everyone around him, even if they don't like him, they just respect him and they just
Respect,
kind of
yeah.
like, okay, Mr. Gojo, whatever you say, Mr.
Man, I
Gojo.
need to see more Gojo on that show, man,
You need to catch up on the manga. That's what you need to do, bro.
bro. Maybe I will.
Yeah, you should, and then we'll revisit this list
Mm-hmm.
whenever you know. I'll give you a month to catch. We revisit this list.
We'll see. I still have to watch One Piece.
You got to read One Piece. I already told you.
All right, whatever, man. All right, well, that's a good video right there. I like that video.
Fantastic. Yeah, that was
That's
fun.
a great
All right,
list.
guys.
That was fun.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Let us know in the comments who your top
give us your
5
top
are.
5.
And definitely tell us that we're wrong. Tell us we're right. Tell us that we should have included
All that good stuff.
Gojo anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, and tell Jordan that he's wrong
I'm not
about
wrong.
something. Who
You're
knows?
wrong.
Just knock him down a peg or two.
Chill.
All right.
But don't forget to like and subscribe, comment on the video, share with your friends, tell us what you want to see. Our next video should be either about Attack on Titan's ending or One Punch Man, right? We were talking about One Punch Man.
Yeah, we could definitely talk about season 1, yeah.
Yeah, so
pretty soon.
Look forward to that. If y'all made it this far, thank y'all for watching. Peace.
Peace.